Hello everyone, Krydax here. As always, we are welcoming you, this is a great intro, back to Pure Angels. And we finished our farming setup in the last episode, so we've got plenty of corn going into fermentation base, which is needed for ethanol gas eventually, because that's what we need for liquid resin. So we are going to throw our chemical plant down. Probably just nearby. I don't know exactly where, but that seems good. And power that bad boy up. And there we go, ethanol. Now, we also get a compost output, but the nice thing is we need compost to make this, so we just have to prioritize it all the way up here. So we'll have input priority left on this, and put it on both sides of the belt. Because it's on the right, and then this will split half of it off to the left, side load onto the left, so that'll be prioritized correctly. It's true, YouTube will never know, unless I tell him. But I don't honestly remember what you guys have been talking about. You all go hog wild, I feel like the moment I end the episode. It's like anarchy in here. We're gonna need some iron, and I think that's it. And it's such a tiny amount, 1 per minute. I mean, I could literally bring 5 stacks of iron, and that would last me like 20 hours. So there's a part of me that doesn't actually want to belt iron down here and just manually feed it, because later I can get bots. So I think I will do that. Okay, so liquid resin. This is actually not that big of a build. Most of the size comes from the arboretums. And I'm going to keep that available for farming kind of in this space. So we'll go sideways on the arboretums. I did no such thing. Dave, you take that back right now. I don't even like ketchup all that much. I don't even put ketchup on fries. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that one. But I only put ketchup on hot dogs. Believe it or not. That is my dirty secret. Okay, so we need soil and temperate tree seeds, which also come from soil. I can feel the hate coming through the future in YouTube and through the present in Twitch. It's all coming at once. Okay, temperate tree seeds. I'll give it some space here. The amount of water is pretty small for all this, so I can use groundwater bores. And we need soil over here. We need soil over here. I forget, did I manage the soil? I did not. I need more soil. Gosh, soil is annoying, y'all. I am not a soil fan. Maybe I should move all this over. Or move soil down. I don't know. We'll just keep soil going down, I guess. We'll just kind of have something like this. Keep it going. So I don't... Oh, I needed to flip the belts, though. I don't actually know if I have enough mud. How much mud do we have? 2.25? Yeah, okay, that should be enough. So we'll do one of those bad boys. And then copy this again. And this will provide 0.75 soil, which is technically not enough. It's so close, but I'd rather overbuild than underbuild. Ranch and fry. No, what I like when I make my own potato type things is I like Cajun-y seasoning. So like chili powder, cayenne pepper, like seasoning salt, a lot of really good stuff. And then they don't need ketchup because they're delicious. But when we're just talking about regular old French fries, I just like seasoning salt. It's true. It's true. Okay. So the soil will split because we need it in 2 places. We need need soil for my temperate tree seeds, which should be the priority. I don't know if it really matters. And then the temperate tree seeds get combined with soil. That gets fed to make temperate, well, bio-resin and trees. Okay. Cooking with Krydax. Exactly. Now where... Oh, I didn't connect it. I was going to say, where is it? It's 100 times more bitter than hot dogs. That sounds horrible. I know you meant better. I mean, I'm not saying hot dogs are great, don't get me wrong, but I am saying that's the thing that I'll eat ketchup on. So don't mishear me saying that hot dogs are like the epitome of great food. I do not think they are. Alright. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. The total output... Oh gosh, I messed it up. Where's my... There we go. The total output here is so small, that's all going to be on one lane. I'm going to go back over here. Poutine can mean multiple things, Dave, so you're going to have to clarify. Are you talking about the, like, fries smothered in a bunch of stuff type of poutine? Or are you talking about the, like, duck, like, gravy or whatever it is, like something you dip crackers in? I don't know. Poutine's weird. The other type of poutine. Okay, we throw water on there. And we're doing it. Bio-resin. Okay, so now we need to process the, let's see, what have we done? We've done that and that. Yes, okay, so we need to send the bio-resin to some liquefiers. And then the trees that it throws out make wood. Hey, we finally automated wood, kind of on accident, but we did. And that goes into... Oh wait, I need a slice. I need a slicer, the meat slicer. So we make saws. I'm gonna try to do this as simply as possible. We make saws and then we saw trees into wood. And there's a 90% chance we get the saw back, in which case that needs to be prioritized. This is a good time for a filter inserter. So the saw will go back on this side of the belt, which will always be back behind this one, even if this is backed up. So this is an easy way to prioritize things. If you don't want to deal with splitters or priorities or anything else, you can just put stuff farther back on the belt on the same lane, and that is a priority. And then this will feed saws in. This one will split trees off to the left. Tree. Bam. And then this one will take the bio-resin and go forwards with it. And then I'll feed you some iron to start. I will grab a chest. This will run for the foreseeable future if I just go grab 10 or 20 stacks of iron. Because, I mean, we use 10% of an iron to get 6 to 8 wood. You know, if you think about it that way, that's a heck of a lot of wood per iron. So let me find... Do I have iron in a box anywhere nearby? I feel like I should put iron and copper in a box up here, given that this is where my blocks... the blocks are done. So oop, no, wrong one. I want this one. So let's do that. To show you the power, I sawed this tree in half. That's exactly right. Gosh, those... I just love those infomercials. They always crack me up. We'll do 20 just in case, but I'm probably not going to need that many for a long time. Now, I do have iron somewhere, so we're going to go find that. Oh, it's early morning for you. So what time zone is that? It's QWERTY. Oh no, how are we... We're not getting very much steel here, are we? Ooh, steel chest stacked to 1600, y'all. That's new. I forgot, the merging chest mod, increases the stack size of steel chests. I probably should have, remembered that. So that's where all my steel has gone, and that's kind of sad. Okay, well there's some iron. Don't I have a box like way up here? Yeah, this one. We're gonna basically remove that from being a thing, and then I'm gonna take... Well, a lot. We won't take everything, but we'll take a lot. GMT plus 10. So you're actually so far east that you're not behind, you're ahead. Well, no, wait a second. Yeah. You're like a full 17 hours ahead of me, or something like that. 10 plus... Yeah, I think I'm GMT minus 7, minus 8, something like that. So for you, it's already Friday. That's crazy. Crazy. Where am I going? Ah, yes, the iron. So I'm going to throw all that in there, minus 1 stack, and that should be enough saw blades for eternity. And then wood, at least for now, is not used in a ton of things. But we will want that to go all the way back up to the base, because we're going to need it for power poles for now. And then the rest of it goes into making resin, which is actually, believe it or not, nope, that's not it. Which one? It's still bioprocessor. Okay. So then we have a bioprocessor, maybe down here. I'm spaghettifying this whole thing. I really don't know what I should leave space for and what I shouldn't. But yeah, that'll make regular resin, and now we have some liquefiers. I actually want them to be here. So liquefiers, where are you at? Okay, probably here. And we have one liquefying the regular resin, which can handle a lot, and then 3. I know I only need 2, but we're overkill a little bit here. There's no reason for undergrounds, because I need 3 anyway. Hook up the ethanol. What's up, Matty boy? Good to see ya. We are doing well. Currently getting the resin, the liquid resin that's required for green circuits, which is exciting. Okay, and we're gonna output priority right on this bad boy so that our base will get wood, because this is just extra resin, and that only accounts for 17% of my total resin amount. So even if all of this wood was getting used up somewhere else, I would still have 80%, 82% of my resin output. Oh, I also need a valve. Here. Right? What do I need? So when resin backs up, then this will back up, the wood will back up, and that's fine, because this is output priority right anyway. But we never want the system to back up because I have too many trees. So I always need to use this resin first. So the way you do that is we need a top-up valve, which I normally would use the advanced fluid handling ones, but we haven't unlocked it yet, and Angels has already given me the valves here. So we make a top-up valve, And what this will do is ensure that these guys will only, the resin from bio-resin will only be able to flow into the overall resin network if it's lower than 80%. So then, essentially, another way to think about that I think helps is this building will always have room for its output, because these will only fill it up to 80. So there will always be that spare 20% in this resin kind of version for the stuff made from solid resin, which means we'll never back up on trees, which is good. So then the bio-resin will always be kind of the main backup producer. So if you have a byproduct that you want to use first in a liquid sense, you actually top up into it, which feels a little strange, but that's how it works. So there we go. So now we have the liquid resin that's needed, and past liquid resin, all we need is paper, iron, copper, lead, tin. So we're pretty close to green circuits. We might actually get some in this episode. I am gonna connect these northwards with underground belts. So we've got resin up here. And then I need to think about where I'm going to build this green circuit factory. Because currently I have paper here. And this is a lot of paper. Big Wolf Chris, hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. So on the heels of Bold Viking, Big Wolf Chris shows up as well. Let's give him a shout out. Big Wolf Chris. He is also a member of the Red Circuit streaming group. And so you can check out all the Red Circuit members at discord.redcircuit-red-circuit.org. Lots of people stream lots of great things. What is Planet Crafter? I've never heard of that one. You gotta tell me. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with my paper needs. So red circuits needed 2 paper each. What do green circuits also needed 2 paper each? Yeah, these also need 2 paper each. So pretty similar. Survival game where you're terraforming the planet you're on. That always sounds like a good time to me, to be honest. I feel like I should make green circuits in the same place as red circuits. We've already got a lot of the stuff here. I will need to make more paper. I can't get red belts. If I had red belts, I could kind of just double all of this. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. What to do? Should I just copy this whole thing? Make another 15 paper a second? Maybe? Maybe not? Doesn't seem like a horrible idea. It's a lot of constructing, but then I have all the paper I need forever. I also need to improve the solder thing. This is all also nice. Also, we need to hit play on that, so they're all the blue assemblers. Interesting. So it's actually the resistors that take half the paper. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna build more. Hey, Big Wolf. Glad to or have a great night of sleep, and thank you so much for the raid. Glad to see you is, I think, what my brain was trying to get out. Yeah, we're just gonna copy this. Seems pretty reasonable, actually. Okay, so I do want it to be perfectly vertically above. So to do that, I will put a tape line for where the belt of coal and crushed stone goes. Ironically, this random chest full of crap is in my way. And we want everything. Everything. Sometimes it's just easier to double it. No questions asked. Okay, so I'll leave a little bit of space between them. That should be good. I'm gonna have to divert my mud water thing of that. And mud water we'll have to pick up for a second. Well, I'll just, I guess, fill these in. Craft a few more algaes. Craft. Oh no. Oh, we're out of fluid boxes. That's not all that surprising. We're out of blue. I can get rid of the tape line. These are going to look different. Okay. That'll connect. And let me go grab more materials. Materials. Pipes. Check. More pipes. Double check. Let me grab red circuits before I go up there, because we're going to want more nanobots and inserters. I'm reaching the point where I probably should just build the same thing down here. I don't know why I haven't, because I'm just apparently that lazy. Oh, I also have my belts up here, that's true. But it wouldn't be that hard to automate some more belts now, would it? But Krydax Brain thinks that it is for some reason. So he keeps manually bringing red circuits back up here just to grab stuff. Here we are. This one's actually missing rods. So let's throw those in. Never hurt to add some more mechanical parts. Some more red circuits. And that should do it for a while, at least. We actually are getting low on nanobots. We use a lot of nanobots so far in this playthrough. How many have I crafted? We've already used 1,800 nanobot canisters, which means 18,000 entities crafted with nanobots so far. And I was gonna go get fluid box blocks. Again, that is really hard to say. Say that 10 times fast. It's not easy. Constructions. Fluid. Where are the fluid? This one. Take a whole stack of those. I'll take a few extras even, because I'm gonna need them. E-block zeros and C1s also needed a bunch. Okay. Well, we'll go see what else I need to construct. Also, the amount of wood I have in my inventory is very distressing. I don't know where all that came from. Well, we don't want it. Honestly, Dave, you're probably not wrong. I think that's probably accurate. The amount of pipes I've constructed and deconstructed has been pretty extravagant. Okay, so paper farm level 2, or I guess number 2, not level 2. Oh, we need a bunch of cable harnesses too. Let me grab some more of those before I forget. I have a feeling I'm gonna run out. And then I can finally automate power poles, which is very nice. In fact, where's that belt of wood? Let's just do that right now. Here's the belt of wood. We'll just bring this up. And then what goes into a power pole again? It is just wood and copper cable harness. That is so nice. So then right here, right meow, we can have, I'm hitting all the wrong hotkeys. We can have automated power poles. 4 stacks maybe? Yeah, that seems good. Oh, I didn't actually grab more cable harnesses, did I? Did I now? And I think the benefit to that is that means I'm not going to have to carry around cable harnesses everywhere, which is definitely a benefit, because I think the only thing I've been using them for has been electric poles. So that's nice. Alright, continuing the construction spree, I am going to need a bunch of assembling machines, so let's at least get 50 of those going. Okay, don't need that one. My nanobots are just queuing up things, so it takes them a second to catch up. And I don't know what... I built this for Tier 1 assemblers. I will need to upgrade it all to Tier 2 at some point, but that will only be useful once I have red belts anyway. So I don't really need Tier 2 assemblers. Oh, 2 liquefiers are needed. Goes there. We're going to need to connect to power here. Messageide! Hey, how's it going? Good to see ya. I need a groundwater bore. And... what else do we need? Gotta get this built. I'll just do that manually. Looks like most of this is done. This tree can go away. Let's get this part built, because then the power will start. Am I really going to run out of inserters? I think I am. It's kind of interesting. Didn't expect that one. Okay. What's going on here? Power poles still not going? There we go. Get this all built. How far out are trains? They are... that's actually a good question. I've looked at this like 5 times. I still can't remember. I think they're fairly early. Yeah, they're not too far into green. We have to do those researches where we like unlock the tier 2 block of everything, which is kind of annoying because those require the 3 analyzer types. And then all of those, you know, these basic technology 2s. We have to do a lot of those before we can do the ones after them. But once we do that, it's just, yeah. I mean, we get our red belts. We get rotation for inserters, which is so nice. We get fast mini loaders, which require stack inserters, which we can't build. I forgot about that. But yeah, stone, steel plates, iron rods, red circuit motor 1, mechanical parts, and copper servo motors, construction frames. We should be able to build everything, including all the LTN stuff. I will need to research circuits. Let's see what that requires. Yep, looks good. Tinned wire. So we are not too far out from trains. I need 4 of the groundwater bores here. 2 clarifiers. No, I swear I crafted 2 hydro plants. Did I not? I remember hitting the button twice. Maybe that was because I was out of fluid box blocks. They should just be called fluid blocks, man. I mean, fluid box blocks, that's just so hard to say. Why would you do that to us? And I just assume everything I already set up is going to work correctly, so I'm not going to mess with any of that. I almost ran out of inserters, but I didn't. Ditch trains and get bots. Well, I've done that myself plenty of times. I do love my bots. So I'm maybe uncultured and lame, but I'm very happy to use bots and even bot bases a lot of times. I like trains, but they're also a lot of work. Okay, so now the solder thing kind of gets annoying. How much solder are we making here? 5? So what I can do, I don't actually need to use the stone furnaces. We're actually going to rebuild this. And I'm gonna go for assembling machine 2s. And I think with those 2 changes, we will not actually need more here. I am gonna need a single induction furnace. No, I'm probably gonna need a couple. And then a few, whatever the other ones are, casting machines. Induction, these look way too similar in their icons. I've always thought that. The induction furnaces and the casting machines look very, very similar to me. Good night, Dave. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. The problem is I'm going to want to extend that. So, weirdly, I'm going to build this like back here, so it's just out of the way. Okay, so solder, we can actually just throw our solder mixture into here. That can handle up to 6. This can make up to 7.5, so we need one more. I need to give it a recipe. There we go. So that'll get me up to 75 molten solder, and then I need the casting machines. We'll see how many to make the solder itself from molten solder. And these are 50% more efficient than the stone furnaces. So I will need 8 of these, because they can use up to 40, and I have 75. So we'll get all those hooked up. And now this will turn what previously was 5 solder mixture into 5 solder. It'll turn 5 solder mixture into 7.5 solder. And then because of the speed increase, I don't think I'm actually getting this much lead and tin, but if I was, then I get 50% more than whatever 7.5 is, somewhere in the 10 range. Now, unfortunately, this makes me want to switch the order. And I'm actually going to do that, because that's not going to be that hard. My nanobots are happy to do the rearranging for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, throw it in my hotbar here. I'm going to cut this, throw that in my hotbar. Get rid of these myself. And then we can just switch the order of this. Okay, so then we want the solder one more on the left. Oh yeah, that's perfect. In fact, I can even do something like this. 1, 2, 3. Is that enough space? Maybe we'll do 4 just in case. So that'll come down and over. I did mess up the output, unfortunately. So I'll need to copy that. Okay, and then that'll turn around from up here. That'll get fed in. I'm going to assume you need 2 for full throughput. Is that right? Yeah, 2 fast inserters for that. Okay, and then the copper one was over here. I will leave, I don't know, a couple of spaces. That comes over, down. Now this is where I really wish I had red belts. We'll get them soon, but I don't have them yet. We also need power, don't we? What's going on with my power here? This is weird looking. We want this. Just a nice, simple power across. Okay, and we decided 8. Yeah, we need 4 of them to be on their own belt, like so. And then output priority left, and then the extras are all going to red. Yep, okay, that's good. And then we need to power up and output all of this solder, which should fit onto a full belt. Now we're over 7.5. So we need to run that over here. Build some more power. There we go. And oh, that's unfortunate. I guess we have another underground here. Comes up and goes across. And then solder is being side loaded there. So that can just be its own belt of solder. Get rid of all that, and there we go. Much more efficient solder. Now I need to get rid of all the pieces in my inventory. For sure, so I will just manually fill the outputs. It's one way to do it, at least. There we go. So that's kind of pre-filled almost. And then solder mixture, I guess. We'll get rid of that too. Okay. So that should do it. I think. I still don't know what's going on. I did something weird with power when I like copy-pasted something. And it broke everyone in the pattern. So let's fix that. And that means we have extra solder. That was kind of the point of all that. So now we have extra solder, which will come this way. I don't think it'll be more than a half belt needed for green. So the solder for green is done. That's what that was all about. So we don't need solder itself. So we'll remove those steps. We will need tin plates for the tinned wire and paper. Let's just look here. We need tin, paper, copper cables. I should put that on the list. Some resistors and some capacitors. Okay. So this is the list of raw inputs. Oops, did not mean to click assembler limitation. And paper's coming in this way. Why do we not have paper? What did I do wrong? Oh, I was just missing some inserters, it looks like. Ah, because these are all yellow. I see. I should probably just upgrade to blue. And let me go get some more blue inserters, because I'm already out. Can I do more walking speed? Doesn't look like it. I can do more reach. I can do more crafting speed. I can do mining speed. But not walkie speed. Alright. How are we doing on nanobots? Ooh, that's a good number. And inserters. Oh no. What's going on here? I've apparently broken all of this. Why is this broken? Oh, because of the gray boards. I deleted all this. I shouldn't have deleted all this. Here, let's rebuild it. What was here? This was probably gray boards. And then... Wait, no, this needed paper. Well, what the heck was here then? No idea what was there. This was definitely the gray circuit board, and this was the gray board from paper. Okay, well, I'm just going to get that running again, because that's a thing. Because otherwise we can't make regular inserters. Oh, this is resistors. Hold on. So... that makes sense. Because resistors are cables and paper. Do we need resistors anymore? No, that's for red circuits. So I don't need to care about that. Okay, that should get this yellow inserter thing started again. Oh no! Archcraft! I don't know if he's still here. The mod, he's done such a good job of removing everything from Bob's Logistics except for the belts. Unfortunately, the recipe for regular inserters changes to include a burner inserter. And that has broken. So the recipe for regular inserter needs to go back. Because I don't really want to have to deal with that, to be honest. I want the more vanilla behavior of just crafting regular inserters. But I have mechanical parts here. That's what was going in before, so I can just put burner inserters for the time being as a... I'll handcraft a couple more things here, and then that can go on a belt. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't remember what the cost was. It's probably not significantly different. This was potentially 2 mechanical parts or 1, but either way, overall pretty similar. I also don't remember if it was 1 or 2 servo motors. 2 feels like it's more than it was before. I feel like it was previously 1 servo motor. So, yeah, that's a good point, Tora, SGC. That sometimes it's nice to use up the burner inserters. I never make all that many burner inserters in the first place, though, so it doesn't feel all that useful to me. And it's just one more step. Alright, I don't know if 50 is enough, but we'll start with 50, because that's going to take a minute to catch up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't using 2 servo motors. Those things are expensive. What even are they? Yeah, they're like four copper plates, basically, for 1 servo motor. Well, we have lots of paper. That's good news. And now I need to build an expandable build for green circuits. So solder is coming in from the top. Tin is coming in from the top. Tin needs to be on its own belt. So tin, solder, we need iron and copper. We already have paper and resin. So iron is actually the thing that's not down here right now, I believe. Because copper's here. Cool. Is iron anywhere in this vicinity? It's not. That's bothersome. So I think I'll bring iron in front of the reds here. And then I'll come back to the left. Yeah, I'm with you guys. The burner stage is pretty short. That is one of the nice things about certain mod packs like AAI... Oh, crap. What have I done here? AAI Industries and Industrial Revolution. They make the burner phase actually necessary. And some of those both actually, I think, have a steam... Well, I don't remember about AAI. I know IR2 has a steam phase. And other ones have a burner phase. So it's all kind of dependent on what you're playing. But there are other people who agree. Okay, so what I want is expandable. That's the name of the game. So let's start at the end. That's usually how I do this. And then expand backwards. And then pretty much make everything vertical. So the last step is indeed, and I want these to kind of be lined up here. Green circuit makers. Now green circuit makers need an equivalent amount of green board. Well, wait, there's 2 steps. Yeah, so it's the same as before, where I need the, whatchamacallits, the circuit boards. The problem is the number of ingredients here is becoming vast. We need 4 ingredients. So I would need 3 different ingredients on this side if I were to do it this way. Is that a good idea? Probably not. So what I'll have is I'll have a belt running here to provide 2 of the ingredients. And then 1 power pole for both of those. Powering all that. Then this guy needs 2 ingredients. That'll be on this side. Power pole. And then this guy needs 2 ingredients and has output. So ingredients, out-gredients, as I sometimes call them. And let's do the same thing where we only need 1 power pole. Was it in, out, out. Okay. So then this should be these 2 buildings. Easily tileable. Tora, I don't mind that too much. I didn't like all the intermediates in IR2 being 5,000 tiers, he says, as we look at what blocks are in Pure Angels. That's actually a reason that I'm becoming less and less confident I'm going to finish Pure Angels, but we'll see. I'm going to at least get to trains in some sort of LTN system before I give up, for sure. But I may not beat it. I'm becoming less and less confident of that. I need tinned wire, which is interesting because we get better ways to make tinned wire later. I also need 1.34 for boards, so I don't need quite as many. But I still need quite a few, so I don't know. Tinned wire and boards need to be the 2 things here. I do love the Angels chemical phase. I mean, I've done Bob's Angels quite a few times. But I don't think the component mode adds anything new to that, as far as I know. It might add new uses for the stuff, but... So my resistors and capacitors... I don't know where I'll make them. Back here, maybe? So let's get this hooked up. And then paper in this way. Boards out, okay. So we need tinned wire, resistors, and capacitors. Perfect. Oh, and all the copper wire. Okay, this is working. So centered, that is a great question, and I'm sure people on YouTube have the same one. So I actually went to the Angels Discord and posted most of these thoughts. I don't know how useful they are or if people care, but I posted them at least. I think, honestly, the block system, there should only be 1 tier of each block. So I like the idea of construction blocks. But construction block 2, I personally think shouldn't exist. I think construction block 1 should be the only block, and you unlock a recipe when you get the steel that allows you to... And I think there are certain things that should have tiers. Like, I think I'm okay with construction frames having 5 tiers, maybe, because it's a different type of metal. But my argument is basically there are a lot of things that already have tiers. Metals have tiers because, you know, you get higher... Like, Angels has lots of different types of metals. And you also get tiers of upgrading them. Circuits already have tiers. You've already got red, blue, orange, green, you know, especially in this mod. Like, I like the tiers of circuits. I think it's okay to have something like construction frames have tiers. But the blocks themselves, I think you should just need more and more blocks of the same type. So instead of requiring construction block 2, you would require, I don't know, 5 construction block 1s. And then, just like in Pyanodons, you get more efficient ways to make construction block 1. So once you have steel, you could use, you know, a little bit of extra steel, a little bit of something else, and you could make like 5 construction blocks at a time, and then that would be more efficient. So you use less total resources per construction block when you do the more complex recipes. That's how Pyanodons approaches a lot of the alien life stuff. Like, you get more complex recipes as you go, but... they produce more kind of per raw resource. And I think that's a far more interesting way to do it than just having 5 of the same process for 6 different blocks. I just think this gets really tedious here. And I don't know if I love the needing to do the same thing, like 5 different types of motors. And to be fair, Angels already has this design. Like if we look at electronics parts, there's only one electronics parts, but you have different ways to make more of them as you get more advanced recipes. And this does need careful balancing for sure, because you want this to be worth it, but not so good that you feel like you can't survive without it. And the main reason I like this change that I'm proposing is because then you don't need to make a huge plant for electronics blocks too as soon as you start needing buildings. I would prefer to just be able to make those buildings with the E-block zeros, or just, there's only one type of E-block now, so just E-blocks. But maybe they require some green circuits. You know, if you want to gate things behind a technology, require a green circuit so that it has to be at that tech level, but then just use more regular blocks. I mean, the block's already stacked to 1,000 anyway, so it's not like it's going to be a problem if your building requires 90 construction blocks or something, you know, because you want it to be more expensive. I don't know. That's just my short thought. It's not a completely fleshed out idea. I'm sure there's lots of things I'm not thinking about. But at least initially, I think I'm kind of not loving having to do the same thing 15 times. So that's the short answer. I'm going to get this hooked up. And by short answer, I mean long-winded. But yeah, Tora kind of like quirkier at each stage rather than the same thing 5 times. I agree that that would help a lot. For sure. So let's set up tinned wire. We are going to get green circuits before the end of this episode. I'll die trying. So I need tinned wire. Where's that? Probably over here. Yep, copper cable. The amount of copper cable that I have is almost all going to tinned wire. So we'll put that back here. What's the output? 3? I actually need 2 out for each building. For these. This will go around, down. I'll use sideways inserters for that. 10 will come down from the top, right there. Copper comes over. We do only need a single inserter for each one. Okay. I have way too many of these, but that's fine. I only needed 1. Well, I only needed half of 1, more specifically. Okay, so now we have tinned wire and paper. Paper's the thing. Okay, so we need 2 making capacitors, 1 making resistors. Don't really know the best way to do this. Because we're going to bring tinned wire in from external later. This is fine for now. I guess I need 2 of these. So that's done. So those are the capacitor chips, the resistor chips. I also probably only need 1 of. I just don't want to put it in the way of anything. That's fine. I can just leave some space. I'll be able to expand later if I have to. So we're going to have wire come in, paper comes in. I'll move this down a little bit. Left. Down. In. Bop it. Spin it. Make it. Alright, there we go. Resistors. Oh, I'm out of belts. How dare we? And once we get some more belts, we should be able to finish setting this up. And we will be making green circuits. And then as far as green science analyzers, we will be mostly done with that. After that, we just need some solder and steel to add some things to red analyzers. So our next episode, we will be starting with making green science analyzers and working our way into the green science part of the tree, which is awesome. So very excited for that. This has been, by far, even more so than Addons, the largest base I have built before green science. Addons requires a lot for green, though, I guess, but at least considering it's still semi-vanilla type green science, I've never built my base this big. Even Addons, while it has a lot of stuff, it's a lot of different stuff. I've never needed this much just pure stuff on singular belts. Alright, and then this is... Oh, I need to connect the fluid there. Oh, and we need paper. What am I doing? The paper... People, paper, persons. What is the Dunder Mifflin thing? Let's see. Output left. Ah, yes, the old Minecraft stuff. People keep telling me I need to play Minecraft, and maybe someday I'll actually do it. But that day is not today. I did play Omni Factory as far as Minecraft, modded Minecraft goes. I did try that probably about 3 years ago now. And I enjoyed it, but it just kind of made me miss Factorio, to be honest. Okay, why am I not bringing tinned wire over here? Because I forgot tinned wire went into 2 places. Shoot. 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 I guess I got lucky, because I can make this work. Ooh, that was a close one. And then now it's going to look a lot nicer if this goes up here. And then I need solder and... Oh, I just need solder on that one. Okay, so solder can come over. And that'll be this one. This is also perfectly in the wrong spot here. So we'll move that. Alright, there we go. Take everything. I don't want all these weird things in my inventory. Like, seriously, why do I have so much copper wire? We did it! Our first green circuit. Now why is there only one of them? Oh, because this. Gotta be one more over. There we go. And now we're making green circuits. Woohoo! So I'll go this way. And then we'll put those on the bus. And I can expand that setup later. But for now, it is functional. And I'll just copy this, do the same thing. Let that build up, put it on the belt. Make sure that's not going to break anything. That's definitely going to break this. That should keep it red circuits only. What else is going to break? Red circuits here, same thing. That'll change the side of the belt though. Is that going to mess anything up? Nope, that's fine. Okay. And then finally, I already thought about that there. I already thought about it here. Okay, sweet. So we are good to go on green circuits. Shouldn't break anything, and we have done it. Whew, that was a good episode. And look at that, 59 minutes and 30 seconds. Awesome. Well, as always, thank you guys so much for watching on YouTube. Leave a comment to let me know what you think. You've watched the whole video, so if you haven't subscribed to me by now, you've chosen not to, and that's fine. But if you just haven't thought about it, I mean, hit the button, you know? I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but like, if you want to do it, that's great. I'd appreciate it. If I do ever do plugs like that, I'm always going to do them at the end of my videos, because that way only the people that have watched the whole video are going to hear it. So, yeah. Have a great time, everyone, on YouTube. I'll see you in the next episode, and catch me live sometime on Twitch. Have a great night, day, morning, whatever time it is for you.